Hey guys, what is up? I'm not British. What's that? My layout changed. Da da da. Anyways, guys, hi, what is up? Today I am going to be reorganizing my room, and this is because of my new Triumph here. However, it does completely mess up the setup of my room, so I am going to be moving everything around, and I'm just going to be talking to you guys while I do it because I figure that might be entertaining. So I'm going to start by just getting rid of a bunch of the random crap that's on surfaces that would make them harder to move. I wanted to do this with music, and the Rent soundtrack just seemed fitting for some reason. But an ad came on for Into the Woods, so go see Into the Woods, everyone. For the most part now, everything is on a surface where it's gonna stay, or just generally not fall off, or it's shoved into a drawer. Okay, so the next thing I'm gonna do is draw out a map of what I want my room to look like. Alright, so my room's kind of a weird shape, and so I'm gonna kinda take a Sharpie to this piece of paper. You'll see, boys. You'll see, boys. You'll see the beauty of a studio. It lets us do our work and get paid. We're gonna kinda draw these all as squares or rectangles due to the fact that I can't actually draw these things and can't take the time to actually draw them. Alrighty. I feel like this is bigger than my actual room. This drawing, this is bigger than all the floor space in my room right now. So my plan looks sort of like this. So this is how I'm gonna set up my room, by drawing it out. So, lengthwise. My room's kind of a rectangle, and it's not the best rectangle, but I tried. Alright, anyways. Okay. There's a window there, there's a window there, and then there's a shelf there, doors there, and there's kind of a empty hollowy space there, closets there, and there's you know what, who cares? Artistic integrity! So this is what my room looks like, minus all of the furniture things, which I'm now going to list for you. Ta-da! I need to manage to fit in my room my hamper, my dresser, my desk, my keyboard, my chair, my bed, and my table. You've seen my full room before? I'm going to show you what it looks like as a before picture because it's such a mess right now. And when better to see my room than when it's an absolute mess. There's my desk. There's my chair, bedside table. That's where the keyboard was. I just took it down so that I would be able to transport things. And then that's my bedside table, and my bed, and my dresser. Okay. And my hamper. So now we're going to get to work on actually finding where things are going to go. And that's probably going to be the most difficult part because I've had a couple ideas of how I want to do it. But I'm going to start with the basic idea of where I want my bed to be. And that is under that window. Which would basically just be swing the end where it is right now around the side. So I'm just going to draw that out because why the heck not? So next up, we're going to find where the bedside table is going to go because that's closely related to the bed table. Now I think I'm going to move my dresser over to this wall where my nightstand will be and the head of my bed. So my dresser is going to be over there by that window and further to the windows, to the wall. because I'm doing such a bang-up job of illustrating it all together. Alright. Dresser. And now I'm gonna move my desk to this wall where the dresser was. Sorry, I had to add some more to, like, the blank space. Alright, anyways, desk. For the finishing touch, I'm going to put my chair right over there. So it's gonna be like... So let's make sure I have everything crossed off the list here. Hamper. Already failed. Alright, so I'm gonna put my hamper next to my dresser over here. And I know what you're thinking. Closet? Isn't that just your room? That was much funnier in my head, and I apologize. Anyways, so my hamper is... I'm just gonna pretend that I actually wrote that. Hamper. Alright, so got my hamper, got my dresser, got the desk, and I got the keyboard. I thought I didn't for a second, but I did. Got my chair, bed good, table good. Good. And now we're gonna work on actually moving things, which is gonna be the hard part. So I'm gonna start by moving like some smaller things out of my room and like easier things to move out of my room, so I can get like bigger things in place. Right, here we go! Okay, and now we're gonna start... Woo! There's like an echo now, because my room is so empty and small. Alright, anyways, we are going to move my bed now, and wish me the best of luck on this, because there's a drawer underneath, and I have to move the drawer first, and then move the bed. So, it's gonna be interesting. I just pulled that out, and there's a bunch of dust under my bed, so I'm gonna clean that out before, because it's bothering me already. Is if I can get to the vacuum, because I kind of blocked it off. I might have to wait, actually. Shit. So, fun short story. I was hanging out with this guy friend of mine, and like, he was sitting on my bed. And he kind of shifted, and he just went, and I heard something like fall behind the bed, and I didn't know what it was. And so, he's like, I think I just dropped something, and, I knew what it was, and I knew what he meant, but, I checked later on, and I couldn't find it. So I was like, oh, maybe he didn't actually drop it. So I managed to get myself over the friggin' barricade that I've created for myself to get the vacuum. And now I'm gonna like vacuum underneath my bed a little, just cause that's bothering me a lot. And I might end up doing some tango, cause I'm listening to the Tango Maureen right now. See, now I could have actually like gone through the stuff that's in my drawer, but instead of doing that, I just kind of all threw it back in there. And now we get to put that drawer into the underside of my bed, and it's gonna look great because it looks great already, minus the giant stack of clothes in the middle of the drawer. Move number 1, done. And now we're gonna get my desk moved over where I want it now, which would be right in this space here under these musical theater posters and my TARDIS lights. Alright, so my desk is in place, and I've also got my light down here, due to the fact that I kind of want to keep it, like, on the switch, and I don't really want to move it to over there because that plug is not on the switch. But I'm considering how I can do that, and it's interesting so far. I'm working on it. It's a work in progress. There are things that I apparently didn't account for. Step is going to be getting my bedside table in place. I'm going to move on to my dresser. So, long story short, my dresser is made up of these sort of like cagey sort of things, and I put little thingies inside of them to make them into like dressers. But I kind of like disassembled it because I only need 4 and I have 6, so I took off the top 2, and now it is a set of 4. Ta-da! Next up, I think, is hamper. And last but not least, keyboard. Alright, so I think for the most part I've got everything where I want it to be, aside from like things on top of things, such as my bed, which has a bunch of stuff on top of it right now. But I'm gonna clear that out, and it's gonna look great. But as for now, so guys, here is our new recording space. That is all for this week. I'm so glad you guys tuned in, and maybe if you watch this entire video, give it a thumbs up, because like, that stuff's really, really cool, and like, I really appreciate it when you watch the whole video, especially when it's like, unedited. This is 1 hour and 12 minutes, so I'm gonna see how, short I can get it. I enjoyed sharing this moment with you, as it was a momentous occasion in my life, and